excess, fats and oils, So that's why people always say that we shouldn't eat so much granola. Yeah.
But do they affect? I don't know. Some of us can eat and not have.
Yeah, that's why we're all different. So granules are actually fats and oils. So we remember our classes of food very well.
Some of us went to art and pretty much forgot everything about it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's true.
So they have quite some oil content. So that's why it's not usually advisable to eat so much fats and oils if you have acne. But more importantly, it's important to know to visit the hospital to be treated with appropriate antibiotics that would have it clear up.
Okay. So thank you for that. Let's go to. Are we still good? Okay. So I have some questions for you. This is actually my own favorite part. While we await questions from you, I understand that you might just be joining. So again, please keep sharing, keep sharing and sharing and sharing and sharing. Let people join. We still have a medical doctor here with us, and you can ask pretty much any questions medical that you want to ask. I'm not guaranteeing you that it's going to prescribe drug for you, but at least you have a better idea of whatever it is you want to discuss with your doctor. So, ta-da. I have 2 segments of questions. The first one is trivial. I'm just going to ask.
I'm getting ready to disappoint you.
No. Come on, viewers won't want you to disappoint. So I'm just going to ask general questions. They're just 5. Right. 5. And then I'm going to move to spelling backwards, specifically medical terms.
Oh.
Yeah. So you think you can spell, but no, it comes backwards. So let's start with trivia question. Question number 1. What is the smallest bone in the body?
I'd say the scaphoid bone.
How am I supposed to know what that means? No. I'm the questionnaire here. There's no joke. What is the smallest bone in the body? You have to give us a part of the body that we can relate with.
There are bones in your hands.
Oh Lord.
Yes.
This is what Google told me.
What did Google tell you? It's one of the bones in there. In a year?
Yes.
Okay, I failed it then. If Google has to be.
Can you imagine? Okay, you're saying.
Yeah, there are bones in the hands. What bone did Google tell you?
Just said ear.
Ear. It's not a bone.
There's like a very small bone.
It's a bone in the ear. What's the name of that bone?
Okay.
That's what I'm going
to come back. You see why you have to be a professional before you tackle a professional? Google has failed.
Yes.
So question number 2. Who painted Mona Lisa? It's a very
of course now is
this person now
is this guy?
I know it's a guy.
It's linear. No, it's not.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, are people saying the answer already? Audience, you'll be disqualified.
Thank you, Da Vinci.
Who says she's right?
She's right, because I remember and I forgot.
Can you imagine?
I can't
Where is
Da
Vinci?
Leonardo Da Vinci.
Da Vinci. Henceforth, anybody that is not the guest or the presenter will be sued. So they don't come and whisper and talk. So question number 3.
Okay.
This one, even she will not help you. Give me 5 countries that start with B.
Bolivia.
Okay.
Brazil.
Okay.
Burkina Faso.
Okay.
Benin.
Okay.
Benin Republic. And Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Oh God! Wait, did you peep into?
I didn't.
Are you sure?
I'm bad like that.
Because was reading off my phone,
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know. I
was actually expecting Botswana.
Oh, Botswana.
Yeah. So
I tried.
Yeah, I'll give it.
Thank you.
Okay, so number 4.
Yes.
The national anthem of Nigeria has been "Arise, O Compatriot."
Yes.
Since 1978.
Yes.
So what's the previous edition before that?
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own native land, though tribe and tongue made.
Oh, let me clap for you. Come on. That's impressive. That's good. Okay, so the last question for trivia.
Alright.
Nigeria's largest city and financial center remains Lagos.
Okay.
So the name was given by Portuguese settlers. What is the name, the original name of the settlement that people still call? Hey! So because you're Lagos settlement, question. Anyway.
You don't have to born and bred in Lagos.
Okay. I'm going to get you now. But do we have any questions for them?
Yes, and it's a consultancy kind of question.
Ew.
This is from
Prayer Lion. Okay, I got it. Please, doctor, I have pain in my chest after taking breakfast or lunch, even dinner. What drugs can I take, please?
So, like I said, I'm not going to tell you what drugs to take because I'm not here to. You're not here to. For me to examine you accordingly and take a detailed history, because that's what really determines how we then come about the drugs that we give. But it's very, very likely that you know that might be an ulcer kind of pain. Okay. It's usually in the upper abdomen. It's usually fixed for a chest pain. Okay. So, and since it's also connected with your meals, then you really need to check with that. So
there's a chance that the person is also irritable.
There's a chance, and the person needs to go to the hospital and be examined, and then would.
So bottom line is, this doctor right here is trying to tell me that bringing him on the show is not a guarantee for free diagnosis or free prescription. You still have to get to the hospital so they can actually now diagnose you for a fee.
Yes.
It pains me.
There's no free lunch. I don't know why people.
I thought there was going to. That's not fair.
Why does everyone think healthcare has to be free?
Well, you know,
doctors need to eat too.
We get, but like, can't the government like pay you and we just come in and go in? I should be able to walk into a hospital and say, oh my God, my tummy is aching. And you just treat me for free and I'll go. Nigeria, we have to do better. This is really painful. Okay, so let's go back to our questions.
Yeah.
Now, okay, somebody said any antacids might help. Is that
any antacids might help?
Okay, antacid.
But that's if it's actually. What if it's not?
Okay.
What if it's not?
That's true. So I will actually advise that you go see a doctor. True. So you don't come to say it's on Takeitback TV. They told you to use antacid, and then I didn't do. Me, I was not there. Okay, so you have to spell these words backward. Number one. Follicle. Spell, and then you explain what the word means.
I spelled and I explained. Just speak it.
Yeah, no. You can't come and beat me in my own game. On my own show, so follicle.
Follicle. ELCILLOF.
Ha! He knows book. He went to school.
Who's clapping for
He went to school. So what does follicle?
So a follicle is. So there are different parts of the body that have follicles.
Okay.
Right. So it's an aggregation of cells. Yeah, there's an hair follicles.
I try.
So it's an aggregation of cells.
Okay.
Right. So there are hair follicles. There are follicles in the ovary. Where else do we have follicles? Even on the skin and all of that. So there are different areas where you.
So what do they do?
So when your cells aggregate together, they serve the body a particular function. Okay. So in the ovaries, for instance, the eggs are released from follicles within the ovary. Okay. So that's what the cells have decided that they will do. Okay. So the hair follicles themselves have aggregated to perform that specific function.
Okay. Alright. So number 2, defibrillator.
Defibrillator. R.
Yes.
O.
Yes.
T.
Yes.
A.
Yes.
L.
Yes.
I.
Yes.
R.
Yes.
B.
Yes.
E. D.
No.
E. F. D. No. I. R. F.
Yes.
E. D.
Take it all over again.
Oh God.
Take it all over again. Take it all over again.
R. O. T.
Yes.
A.
Yes.
L L.
Yes.
R I. I R.
Okay.
F E D. Yes. Now D free. B little.
Yes, this one is mine. I was trying to give it to you, but you know, I knew it was going to just cause a confusion. That free breathe. So what does the defibrillator do?
Okay, so it's a medical device that is used in resuscitating people that have become unconscious. You know.
Not people that are dead.
Not people that are dead.
That's why I see in American movies. It's a clear.
It's people that have been unconscious. They are still, alive, but are unconscious.
Interesting. Yeah. See, I didn't know that. So, how does it work? Because I watch movies and I see that
it's not as grand as they make it look.
It's like Presinayo. The way I see is like holding two Presinayos, and I was wondering if you can use the normal.
That's actually the manual one, the manual defibrillator. The automated one, which is more common now, you just literally place some stickers on the chest and then you set it, and then it defibrillates. It doesn't move the whole jiggy.
Interesting. So it's like electric.
So it sends electric waves, signals to the heart to restart the heart.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, you're learning.
So it's more like you are restarting the heart functions or by itself by automatic electrical activity. But then when someone is unconscious, you need to restart it with them.
Interesting. So that's the defibrillator.
Yeah.
Number 3. Radiation.
Radiation. N.
Yes.
O I.
Yes.
T.
Yes.
A I.
Yes.
D.
Yes.
A R.
That was simple. It was simple. So how do you use radiation? What's radiation?
Okay, so radiation would say there are a certain kind of rays. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
So so for instance, the rays that we get from the sun, some
I know that much, but I don't know the cool
and all that. So those rays are there are some technologies that are used to make them perform some medical function.
Okay, like when do you use it? When I have malaria.
How would you use radiation?
I'm just asking. You never can tell.
So you use those kind of rays to be able to for X-rays, for some other imaging diagnosis
that the normal eyes cannot see.
The normal eyes cannot see essentially. So you can literally use it to take a picture of
my inside.
Of your inside. Yeah.
Like endoscopy. Did I get that right?
Endoscopy is actually a different kind of procedure. It doesn't use radiation.
You just told me I don't know book. And that's really painful. It hurts. Anyways, number 4.
Yeah.
Seizures.
Okay, seizures. S.
Yes.
E.
Yes.
U R. S E U R Z. R U Z. Yes. S E R U Z.
Yes.
I E S.
I'll give you half clap. Thank God for my help. So what are seizures?
Okay, so seizures are abnormal firings of the abnormal electrical activity in the brain.
Okay.
So in the brain you have what we call neurons. Neurons are specific cells that transmit information from your brain to all the parts of the body. So if I want to raise my hand this way, it's the neurons are the ones that send messages
for you to raise your
hand. So when you have them misfiring, when you get a portion of then you have seizures. Then the person begins to demonstrate some jerky movement, some inward rolling of the eyeballs. So that's what we call convulsion epilepsy.
Warapa.
It's not.
Warapa is epilepsy in Yoruba now. I think I know that much.
Yes, but Warapa is what they call epilepsy in Yoruba. Yeah.
But it's not.
Epilepsy occurs when seizures have become very frequent.
Okay.
Yes.
So the fact that somebody just goes and
doesn't mean the person has epilepsy.
And
the stigma with warapa, with epilepsy, we really should try to do our best to reduce.
Because I know growing up they say Alanga is lizard, that it has to do with lizard. Like if lizards maybe spat somewhere, or maybe.
My goodness.
That's what they said. It's not me. I grew up hearing that epilepsy is caused by maybe lizard spit. I can't remember now. Maybe there's a lizard in somebody. In fact, there's a movie where the guy had epilepsy and he wasn't cured until he actually vomited a live lizard.
Oh God. Nollywood, I can imagine.
I'm serious.
That's
what actually causes?
So many times it can be what we call idiopathic. That is, it might not have a particular cause.
Okay.
And sometimes, and many cases, it's also genetic. Yeah.
Oh.
It can be genetic as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a question. What is the meaning of Heronic? I don't know if this is a medical term. Is Heronic a medical term?
Ironic.
No. The person spelled like hero. Nick. Ironic. Is it medical term?
I don't think that's a medical term.
Okay, so R. Frank, I'm sure your question is not medical. Ask medical questions. Thank you. So the last but not the least, anemia.
Anemia depends on which one now. Is it the American?
Can you imagine?
Because I know you want to get me.
Let's go with the Russian kind of spelling.
So I'll spell. Okay, AIMEANA. Yes.
Do you want to take it again? Mia.
Yes. AIMEANA.
No.
Except you are using another spelling.
AIMENA.
I didn't say N.
No.
Wow.
You see? I got two. I got 2.5. No, I helped you with one. That's how you got it. So what's anemia?
Okay, so anemia occurs when the body is unable to, when there's shortage in the red blood cells that we have flowing through our bloodstream, and then that's shortage of the red blood cells alone doesn't result into anemia.
Okay.
It's when that is not able to meet the body's needs. You know, there are different ranges for what our blood levels are supposed to be and all of that. But so depending on those ranges, when you fall short of it, then
Okay. So well, people are not answering questions, you're sending love and likes. Thank you so much. But yes, we are taking questions. Lucky Cole, please send in your question. We're taking questions. I think there might be a question coming from YouTube. But so free consultation now. What are those things that we have to do? Because like you said, one of the most common killers of pretty much African Nigerians is malaria, typhoid, cholera, and all of that. So what are those things that we can do to prevent, aside from mosquito nets and insecticides? You know, I'm tired of spraying my room because of mosquitoes. So is there anything else that we can do?
So in eradicating malaria, for instance, malaria is like, I don't know if there's no malaria.
There's no Africa. Maybe something like that.
If there's no malaria again, it's going to be like it's going to be a really big relief, you know, on our health system, because it's everywhere.
Yes.
So in eradicating malaria, totally.
Yes.
There are a lot of angles, you know, that research is going towards. I am aware there's a malaria vaccine currently in clinical trial. So if that vaccine
like comes, I get injected and even if a mosquito bites me, nothing.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like to test that, you know. Go to like a jiggle or something. Say, come on, let's try it.
So hopefully if that comes through there. But then there's also the need to eradicate mosquitoes, or to genetically engineer the mosquitoes to make sure that they don't transmit. That's one other way.
Yes.
So, because some countries have tried that. South Africa, for instance, have eradicated malaria in about 80% of their landmass, because they've just basically made the mosquitoes unable to transmit malaria. Genetically made mosquitoes that are free of malaria, and had them mate with normal mosquitoes. And then yeah, so those are means by which we, in the long term, we can eradicate malaria. But that's not on the personal level. So on the individual level now, it's important that we keep our environment clean. So if you still have stagnant water around your house, you have this gutter just by your window, how exactly do you, there's no way you spray, because the mosquitoes lay their eggs in stagnant water, and then that's where they breed. So you fleet and fleet, but the mosquitoes will keep coming. So if you have stagnant water, if you have grass around your house and not keeping tidy, then you're making it easier for them to.
Okay, so I asked something about heroic the other time. The person corrected it. He was talking about heroin.
Okay.
So are there any medical advantages to the usage minus the abuse? You know, because I mean, for a fact, we know that they use for cough syrup. Somebody borrow me the codeine exactly. So I'm just, you know, I don't take it. Don't look at me with that.
Collect my license from me, right?
No. I'm just saying, like, by chance, are there medical use? Because I feel for every substance that we have, there has to be an advantage to it. If not, you know, there won't be such substance. Maybe the abuse is what causes side effects and all of that.
Yeah, with substance abuse, with drug abuse, it happens when you use a particular drug or a particular substance that's supposed to be used in another way now as a drug, you know, or it can be either that or using normal drugs in overdose quantities.
Oh, that's okay.
You know, so with heroin, there is no medical, you know, value to heroin.
Okay.
So people that use it for intoxication purposes. It's not like if you take heroin in a lesser, it will have a health effect. It's just like someone saying alcohol has health effect. No, that's so that's it.
So Lucky Cole from YouTube. This is a very tricky question that I wouldn't have read out, but is insisting it's not joking. He's saying that is sexually active, too sexually active. So is there a way for him medically that he can calm down his sexual urge? That's from YouTube.
Wow.
And he says I'm not joking.
He's not joking. What's his name?
Lucky.
I think you need to be seen.
Okay.
There are certain investigations that you need to run, because what determines our sexual activity are hormones. And we're literally not in control of them. Right? So if you have excessive secretion of those hormones, there's a probability or propensity that you can have, you know, increased libido, increased sexual urges. So you need to run those investigations, so we see your hormone profile and say this is higher than usual, and then we can look at what medication.
Okay, so Frank Bami on Facebook is saying, what's your opinion on traditional medicine and, you know, that unorthodox way?
I believe most people. Right, so we doctors usually prescribe and advise orthodox medicines, right? Medicines that you can that is medicines that are scientifically proven
and
to be efficacious. Before any drug comes out into the market, it goes through lots and lots of clinical trials and all whatnot. So with traditional herbs and whatnot, yes, they might have some benefits, right? You might use it and it might work for whatever it is, but they have not been scientifically proven to be effective.
But is there any ongoing research in that line?
And they're hold on, please. And they're actually not. The problem with it again is their dosage. So you can't say take 2 spoons of this, and that's exactly what you need.
That's true.
You understand? So that's really where the problem is. But of course, much of our medications that we currently use, some of them are actually, you know, from all these, you know, raw materials and all whatnot. But with our own all these other I wouldn't mention brands, but with all those ones, the constituents haven't been proven to be effective
because growing up again, like you said, I know for a fact that apparently you get they'll tell you that if you use I can't mention brands, but malaria drugs, they suppress the malaria and then they come back with that. But if you use our home very local agbo, you will pee everything. That's what they say. You will sweat and pee, and that's the end of malaria in your life, till you expose yourself. So, well, I think I'm open to both anyways. Another question. Okay, Aga from Facebook is saying, can you please explain inflammation and causes, please?
So inflammation really
free consultation.
It's a broad term.
Okay.
So inflammation is a very, very broad term that denotes a particular reaction in the body to anything. It could be an infection, it could be an allergy, So there are different things that. So when you probably hit your head against the wall, and you develop this cocoa, that's an inflammation going on there because your body reacting to. So essentially the same thing happens when you have infections, anywhere in your body. When you have allergies, so people eat something and then they develop wheals and all rashes. So it depends on what inflammation it is, and then that's what determines how best to treat.
Tell you the cause. Okay. So Aga, I hope you got that correctly. Romanos Paul, what's going on here? Hi, if you're just joining us, we are live on Takeitback TV. We have the show Naija with Zaynab, and today my guest is Dr. Shittu Yusuf. He's a medical professional and also healthcare enthusiast. He's also very passionate about child care, education, and what have you. And we've been on it for about 35 minutes now. So if you have any question before we round up, because we're actually about to round up the show, please feel free to throw in your questions. But while they are doing that, is there a means for people to get to you, maybe via social media or your phone number?
Sure. First and foremost, our social media handle for Neo Childcare particularly is at NEO Childcare. So Neo Childcare on all platforms, IG, Twitter. Okay. If you also want to follow the Nigerian Child Initiative on Instagram, the Nigerian Child Initiative. To see what we're doing. But my personal handle, TY Shittu.
TY Shittu.
Yes.
Across all social media platforms.
Yes.
Okay. So you heard him. To get, especially Mr. Lucky Cole, he just said you need to be seen, and talk to, so you can get him on TY Shittu across all social media platforms. Louise Albert, he actually answered your question. I guess that's when we had the network mess up. So this is the person asking about acne and uncurable pimples. Can you please repeat?
Just recap. So like I said, acne is largely dependent on you knowing kind of skin that you have, whether or not you have a dry or an oily skin. Once you've identified that, then acne really is caused by an infection of a gland in your skin called the sebaceous gland. So and it's usually what makes it worse is consumption of excessive fat and oils and all that. So groundnuts, cholesterol, oils and all that. So you need to reduce your intake of those kinds of foods, and you need to take appropriate antibiotics to treat the infection in your skin. So you need to visit.
So it might be in the blood and not okay. So Louise Hobart, I hope that answers your question. Thank you so much, Doctor. It's been an amazing island. For instance, I didn't know about the Warapa, and then there's also the Agbo. So islands, I don't know if you picked a lesson or two. Nigerian Minds with Zaynab is basically bringing the Zone 7 people of Nigeria, the 8th wonder of the world, across to you so that you can talk to them, relate with them, ask them questions. So if you think you are wonder and you want to join me on the couch here, please feel free to drop a message on any of our social media platforms. I'll respond to them and then we'll take it from there. This is still Takeitback TV, and as promised yesterday, we are going to have lots and lots and lots of shows, programs coming up. we have to keep this going. We have to keep Nigeria working. We have to, you know, keep doing our own part. Till I come your screen again, I'm still your favorite TV girl, Zaynab, and I say bye-bye.